Hi friends, welcome to today's piano tutorial. My name is Josh, and in this video I'm going to be teaching you how to play the song Here With Me by David. I'm going to be walking you through step by step so that you can learn how to play this song for yourself. So let's get started right away. All right, yep, so that is what we are going to be learning today. Two parts there, the verse and the chorus. We'll be going through each of those. Now, one thing that I do want to note before we get started is that one thing that I always recommend doing while practicing a song is listening to the original song and playing along with it. But if you do that for this song, you're going to notice that it sounds a little bit off, and that's because in the tuning of the original song, it's tuned a bit flat. So a standard piano tuning is going to sound a little bit off if you're trying to play along with it. But that doesn't mean you're playing it wrong, it's just that that's the way that the song is tuned. So that's just something to be aware of. Anyways, let's get into the video. All right, so this song is gonna be in the key of E major. So we're gonna have four sharps: F sharp, G sharp, C sharp, and D sharp. But there's also gonna be a lot of accidentals in this song. And what an accidental is, if you don't know, is a key or a note that's outside of our key. So like C, D, G natural, all of those aren't in our key, but you're going to hear them a little bit in this song and the melody and stuff. So that's something to look out for. So let's get started here with the verse. So I'm going to be playing octaves here in the left hand, and then later I'm going to show you a little bit of the melody in the right. But if you just want to play chords and you don't want to play any melody, what I would do, instead of playing the chord here in the left hand, I'd play the exact same shape, but here in the right hand. And then you could just play the root note down in the left hand, and it'll sound great that way too. But let's look at the chords here in the left hand. We're gonna start here with an E major chord, E, G sharp, B, and E. And this top E, for all these chords I'm gonna play full octaves here. If you can't reach that, just leave that top E off and it sounds fine too, all right? So that's our first chord, E major. And now our next chord, G sharp major, this is where we're gonna play G sharp, C, D sharp, and G sharp. And that C, that's not in our key of E, that's one of those accidentals I was talking about. All right, G sharp major. Now we're gonna keep kind of this exact same hand shape and move up to C sharp minor. So C sharp, E, G sharp, and C sharp. And now we're gonna go down to our B minor chord. So B, D, there's another accidental there, F sharp, and B. Okay? All right, let's review those four chords. E major, G sharp major, C sharp minor, and B minor. Okay? So continuing down now, we're gonna go to our A major 7 chord. So A, C sharp, E, and G sharp. That's 1, 3, 5, and 7. That's why we call it a major 7 chord. Okay? Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep the top two notes the same here, and we're gonna go down to G sharp and C here. And so that's a G sharp augmented chord. But this is very similar to our G sharp chord that we played before with the D sharp. But now we just have an E here, so that makes it an augmented chord, G sharp augmented. Continuing on to our F sharp minor chord, F sharp, C, or A, C sharp, and F sharp. And then lastly, we're gonna go to a B major chord. So just like before, but with D sharp now. So B, D sharp, F sharp, and B. All right, so those are the last 4 chords. Let's go over those one more time. A major 7, G sharp augmented, F sharp minor, and B, okay? Now one thing to notice as you're playing the left hand here, if we're starting on our E chord, we go to G sharp major, and then we come up to C sharp minor, and we're just gonna walk down. You see here this bottom note is gonna go C sharp, B, A, G sharp, F sharp. Just a little walk down like that, and those are all notes that are in the key of E, okay? All right, so that's one thing to help to make it easier. All right, so now let's play all those chords in time. We're gonna play each of them for 2 beats. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we repeat back at the start. All right, so that's everything that you need for the verse here in the left hand. Now in the right hand, what I like to do is play the melody. It's kind of that intro guitar riff that you hear. And unfortunately, there's a lot of different tricky rhythms and notes there, so I'm not gonna have time to teach you everything step by step, but what you can do is watch as I play it and try to play along with, look at the notes that I am playing. And if you wanna slow it down, you can go down to the video settings below, change the speed of the video, and try and play along with it. That should make it a little bit easier for you. But let me play it now. I'm just gonna keep the left hand nice and simple right now, and here we go. Okay, there you go. So that is the verse. All right, so now moving on to the chorus. All right, so here in the chorus, I'm gonna play it a little bit differently than the verse. I'm not gonna be playing any melody. What I'm actually gonna play is just gonna be block chords here in the right hand, and then octaves in the left hand, just to keep it nice and simple, and just play quarter note beats, okay? So we're gonna kind of be here on an E chord as we finish the verse. So E's in the left hand, G sharp, B, E. That's kind of how we end. And now, to start the chorus, we're gonna go first to an A chord. So A's in the left hand, C sharp, E, A. Go up to B, B, D sharp, F sharp, B. And then down to E, E, B, E, G sharp. All right, so that's the first line. Now the second line is gonna be exactly the same. A, B, and E. Okay, one more time. The third line, it's gonna start the same, but now it's gonna change a little. So we'll go A, B, and now we are gonna go to an E again, but we're gonna do a little walk down that sounds like this. Okay, so what are those chords? Well, let's start by looking at the left hand. We're just gonna start on an E, and we're gonna walk down D sharp, C sharp, B, A. Those are all the notes in our C major scale, just walking down. Okay, and then in the right hand, let me show you what chords those are. Start on an E major, next to a B, so this is B over D sharp. C sharp now, C sharp minor, C sharp, E, G sharp. Go back to a B chord, B in the bass, B, D sharp, F sharp. And then an A chord, A, C sharp, and E. Okay? And then lastly, we end with a B chord, B, B, D sharp, B. And then you can go back to an E chord to finish, okay? All right, let me play one time through that chorus for you in time so that you can play along with that and practice. Here we go. Starting on that E chord, and now we go. All right, and that's it. That's everything that you need to know to play the song Here With Me by David. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did and you want to support me, it would be super awesome of you to leave a like down below. That really does a lot to support me and my channel here. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see all of the videos that I post, and let me know down in the comments if you have any song suggestions or just want to say hi. I'd really appreciate it. Anyways, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.